Hi, it's Jo Karen again. I'm going to be working with you on Module 2, Variables, Expressions, and Equations. Let's start with some definitions. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter like X, used to represent an unknown number. An algebraic expression is a collection of numbers, variables, and symbols. Okay, let's evaluate some of these expressions. We want to first start with 3x plus 2 when x is equal to 5, and then do it again for 3x plus 2 when x is equal to negative 5. So I'm going to wrap my variable in parentheses, and then I'll have 3 times 5 plus 2, and I'm going to multiply before I add. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is equal to 17. Now I'm going to evaluate the same expression for x equal to negative 5. 3 times negative 5 plus 2 is equal to negative 15. 3 times negative 5 is equal to negative 15 plus 2. And negative 15 and positive 2, let's see, it's more negative than it is positive, so when I take the difference, I'll get 13, and it will be negative because it was more negative than it was positive. Going on with example 2, I have 5x minus y squared when x is 2 and y is negative 3. So I'm going to wrap my variable in parentheses. Then I'll have 5 times 2 minus negative 3 squared. So negative 3 squared, remember my rules of order of operation, I'm going to have to do exponents first. Negative 3 squared means negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. So now I have 5 times 2, which is 10, minus negative 3 squared, which is 9, and 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. Going on with example 3, I have 3a minus 2b over a minus 2b. And I'm going to wrap my variable in parentheses. And then I'm going to substitute in 3 where the a is and negative 5 where the b is, so that I will have 3 times 3 minus 2 times negative 5. And then I will have 3 minus 2 times negative 5. And then I'm going to have to remember that I have to multiply first using the rules of order of operations. 3 times 3 in the numerator, 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 2 times negative 5 is plus 10. In the denominator, I'll have 3, and negative 2 times negative 5 is plus 10. So now I'll have 19 over 13. Identify the solution of an equation. Is 6 the solution of the equation 3x plus 2 equals 15? So I have 3x plus 2 is equal to 15, and I'm going to plug in the 6 for the x, so that we will have 3 times 6 plus 2 is equal to 15. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is equal to 15. 18 plus 2 is 20 is equal to 15. This is a false statement. Whenever I have a false statement, I'll respond to my question with a no. 6 is not a solution to that equation. Is negative 2 a solution to the equation 3y plus 6 is equal to 0? I'll wrap my variable, and then I'm going to plug in negative 2 where the y is. 3 times negative 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. 3 times negative 2 would give me negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0, or 0 is equal to 0. This is a true statement, and so I will respond to my question with a yes whenever I have a true statement. Translate the sentences into algebraic equations. Use x for the unknown number. The word is, or the phrase is equal to, translates to the symbol is equal to. A number subtracted from 7 is 5. A number, the number is going to be x. I'm going to underline my numbers, 7 and 5, and I'm going to circle my phrases. Then I will have a number subtracted from 7. Now remember that subtracted from is a special subtraction where you have to switch the symbol, switch the order. A number subtracted from 7 would be 7 minus x. Is translates to the equal mark, 5. 7 minus x is equal to 5. Twice the product of a number and 6 is equal to 24. Twice the product of a number, that's x, and 6, I'm underlining my numbers. Then I'm going to circle my phrases. I have twice, that's a phrase. The product of a, that's a phrase, and is equal to. Twice the product. I have two of these phrases together, so I'm going to put parentheses around the second one. Twice the product of a number and 6. Product means multiply. So I have the product of a number and 6. The word and tells me where I'm going to put my multiplication symbol, so I have x times 6 is equal to 24. 2 times x times 6 is equal to 24. A number divided by 10 is 15. So we have a number, which is going to be x. I'm underlining my numbers, and I'm going to circle my phrases. So I have a number x divided by 10 is equal to 15. This concludes the video on section 2.2. You will need to do the homework on section 2.2. As well as the quiz on section 2.2. This is Jo Karen Hudson, and I will be with you again in the next lesson, section 2.3.